Do we have a technical difficulty screens?
Okay, I think I fixed it. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Welcome to Task Force Unlikely episode. What are we on? 15? 15. This Weird House.
As under the stream it says 15, I am going to say yes, 15 is correct.
Did it. So last time, the party entered into the house of the Ambervilles and encountered just various weirdos. They met a mustachioed wizard who challenged Navira to fight his magic man. Navira knocked the snot out of him by casting inflict wounds and then suplexing him, and it didn't last very long. They won a bunch of money from that, and that guy inferred that they were trapped, but they went forward. Tarbek set off a trap, then fixed everyone for the trap. You guys went forward a little bit. You found a sleeping ogre who you ignored, or did not awaken. Went into an indoor arboretum where you found a dragon, and Tarbek talked the dragon into moving to his volcano real estate. Tarbek has a timeshare scheme that he'd like to talk to you about. And then you bullied a troll, and then you fought a goat man, and that's where we ended for the episode. Daniel is not with us, so Tarbek will be played by me. So, but yeah. So you guys talked about going into the north wing of the house, and you are now you've walked through the forest a little bit, and you're facing what you presume to be the north wing, and let's see. You also Navira found one silver key. That will be important. Okay.
But it only works in this dungeon.
Mm-hmm. They don't transfer. Okay.
Not unless you're playing the original version.
The garden path ends in a 10-foot wide door in the wall. 3 massive stones form an archway over the path in front of the door. It appears as if the only way to get to the door is to pass underneath the arch. A steady patter of blood drips from the underside of the arch, and it looks extremely difficult to pass under the arch without becoming blood splattered.
So who wants to go first?
Navira's having flashbacks of home right now. Everything about this is extremely cursed. So
Yeah, can Gayle do like an Arcana check, see if the stones are magic or something?
Sure.
That's good. 18.
Okay. This is definitely magic. You would say, kind of looking at it, that this is probably even an artifact of some kind. It's so magical, it's beyond like traditional magic item status. This is an You don't... You're not necessarily sure what it does, but it's covered in blood, and that's usually not good.
It's an item beyond mortal kin. Let's not go this way. I'm not sure how to turn this thing off. Like, I don't think there's an on-off button.
You didn't see one. No.
No.
Just look on the side for like a hose. You turn the nozzle off.
Oh, here we go.
It's a dimmer switch.
Last blood.
So in that case, what Lady Kaw's gonna do is take one of her daggers, bounce it on the ground, spin it, see if it points in a direction other than to the spooky gateway, point in that direction, say, my sources say yes, pick up her dagger and start walking that way.
Okay.
Go follow the bird lady.
Okay.
Find another situation to nope out of until we're forced to deal with one of them.
We're just covering our bases, establishing a hierarchy.
It's like that time we were doing recon in the temple, not temple, the underground. Crypt. Crypt is the word I was looking for.
Okay. Going the way you have not yet explored, you find a totally normal doorway. It's not covered in blood.
Step up.
Sounds like some DM shiftiness to me. You said this was a totally normal house, and see how that's working out.
Now we're trapped in.
The house is fine. It's all the people in it that are weirdos. No, and I guess
Is
that
the
archway.
house fine,
I guess that
Andy?
archway is weird.
Is it fine?
The archway that's dripping blood. Chat says it's normal. I agree with them.
Can Gayle investigate this door?
Sure.
Please check for traps.
Yeah, perception or investigation check.
I'll do investigation. Oh my gosh. 26.
Okay, awesome.
Perceptive as shit.
Yeah.
See everything.
No, this doorway is neither trapped nor locked.
Suspicion intensifies.
Sword out, hand on door, slowly push it open.
Okay. You enter into a stately throne room. The walls of the room are covered with mosaics depicting courtly scenes. The floor is polished marble, and two thrones sit atop a raised dais. At the end of the room, a red velvet carpet runs from the double doors to the throne, and a skeletal figure sits on each throne. The skeletons are dressed in rotting velvet. One skeleton holds a jeweled mace. 20 more skeletons stand on guard. 10 on each of the walls. And they're wearing rusted armor, halberds, and then variously throughout the room, another dozen skeletons wearing decayed court dress stand in front of the thrones.
We're just gonna shut the door again, look at our parties, and be like, I don't have enough left in me to deal with all of that.
You may rely on it.
Can I get insight checks from everyone, please?
Oh boy.
Oh my god. 8.
8, okay.
15.
15.
That's a plus, right? I think so.
22.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait for Kaw. She's got like 1.5 billion to insight. Okay.
It's only a 7.
Oh wait, no, that is a 13. Never mind. It's a minus.
Lady Kaw, you notice that Tarbek is kind of looking at his hands, and he sort of mutters to himself, a dwarf, huh? And
as she points that out to the rest of
Concentrate
the
and
party.
ask again.
Kind of sees you looking at him and just kind of shrugs. Points back into the throne room. Like, we going in?
Is there any sort of insight check I can do? See if, I don't know, something's possessed Tarbek?
Kind of staring at him. He says, what?
Just keep in mind, I've known Tarbek longer than I've known anyone else here.
Tarbek is standing with that 20, whatever you got, the $1.5 billion. Tarbek is standing unlike himself, as if this armor is uncomfortable for the person wearing it, which Tarbek sleeps in this armor. So, maybe Tarbek isn't in charge right now?
Concentrate and ask again. Just keep looking at him.
Kind of starting to sweat. What?
Concentrate and ask again.
Don't know what your problem is. Is this how dwarves talk? Damn it.
My reply is no.
Do Gayle and I realize what's happening?
Oh,
by this
yeah,
point?
when he, instead of his normal dwarvish brogue, it sounded vaguely Irish. Like, this person doesn't know what dwarves sound like. And you would have definitely noticed that. It does not sound like Tarbek's voice. It sounds like Tarbek doing an impression of someone, but...
Navira's just gonna... God, same shit as always. And she's gonna try and, like, pin him to the ground.
Yeah.
Do I have to make some sort of check for that?
Now.
Alright, cool.
You're so strong. And though Tarbek is strong, this person does not know what they're doing in this body. And I think you still have bull strength, even.
Yeah.
Has it been an hour?
It's probably pushing on it, but let's say for this, you still have bull strength. So you pin this person to the ground, and no, my friend, the devil.
Concentrate and ask again.
She's gonna, like, with, like, her elbow on his chest, she's gonna be like, Tarbek would have never fallen over that easily. This shit is Tarbek tough. It's worth mentioning at this point that Navira has practically become a walking advertisement for Tarbek's armor.
Looks off into the camera. Tarbek tough. Yeah, and the Tarbek will say, definitely everything's normal. Everything's fine. How are you?
My sources say
press my elbow harder. Just keep that up, and it's only gonna hurt more.
Do you know who I am?
My sources say no.
We know you're not our friend, and that's enough for, well, me at least.
She'll say, if everyone just cooperates, it's all gonna be fine.
Is that a threat?
No, just get off me.
Concentrate and ask again.
This person will say, it's a woman. They'll point to the doorway, and they'll say, I'm one of the skeletons. I escaped, and now yes, I borrowed your friend's body. Temporarily. If we can break this curse, then I can leave.
Insight check.
Sure. You have advantage.
Good, because that was a 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh no.
That was a 2. 9.
You have no reason to believe or not believe this person. This person took over your friend.
Okay, I'll turn to my two not possessed friends and see what their opinion on this matter.
I mean, how do we know she's actually a skeleton person? You know what's up with this weird-ass house.
She'll say that, yes, it's cursed. Whatever killed everyone in there, cursed the whole house.
Well, we figured it was cursed.
Probably stupid Steven's fault. Stupid Steven. Always thought he was better than me.
Who are you again?
Oh, Princess Catherine. Charmed. Enchanté.
Still on the ground, still pinned.
Just offers a limp hand for you to take.
Oh, Gayle will shake it.
Thank you.
This is this princess lady in Tarbek's body.
Yep.
Which is a fantastic image. I love it. All right. He says, "You're say, well, if you know so damn much, then how are we supposed to break this curse?"
Well, we have to find his tomb. I don't know where
God,
it is.
again.
She'll say, "Do you have any of the silver keys? They're important."
Ooh.
What if I do?
Well, you need them to unlock the gate to his tomb.
Oh man, this guy was a fancy bitch, huh?
Yeah. Thought he was better than all of us just because he was all magic. We're all magic too. I can possess people and stuff. That's pretty neat.
No,
No,
it's not.
no, it's not okay.
Not so good.
You may have crossed a line or two.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Not gonna tell you my alignment.
So where are the rest of these keys?
She says, "Well, one's in the throne room, and one's probably in the chapel area. Simon's over there, and he's a real nut job, if you ask me. Lots of my family are weirdos. I don't know if you've encountered any of them yet, but
Who's
all
Simon?
of it.
Who's your family?
Well, so this is our ancestral home. So we're all kin here. You met Jeanette? She doesn't look good without her beauty rest. She's an ogre. I'm joking.
Oh.
Anyway, so cool. Simon. Someone asked about Simon. He thinks he's all holier than thou, but if you ask me, he's a real jerk. Probably in the chapel, praying.
You seem to have a very high opinion of your family.
I mean,
Yes, definitely.
family is family.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be.
She'll say, I mean, I don't, do you know another way? I don't.
Actually, I do.
Yeah, that made Kaw start laughing a bit.
So, what is the deal with this weird Bloodgate thing? Why is that in your house? I can't imagine that they would ever recommend that on HGTV. It just seems like a lot of upkeep.
Look, the Property Brothers came in and they said it was going to be an open floor plan, and then
They didn't mention the blood
they
sacrifice.
didn't say anything about this blood arch. She'll say that
Makes the space look bigger.
You said you wanted a water feature. She'll say that, oh, some such nonsense about the curse of all our bloody crimes, and that's atonement, and if you pass under it and you don't repent, then you get blessed, or if you do repent, you get blessed. I can't remember.
That seems like a very important thing that you should be able to remember.
Well, I'm sorry. I've been a skeleton for a very long time.
She'll turn to Kaw and Gayle and be like, I guess if we got to get out of here, we have to get these keys. Should we? And she'll like pick Tarbek's skeleton up by like the sides of her breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, should we take this with us?
I mean,
Signs point to yes.
yeah, unless you can like exercise her out of Tarbek.
I've already used my dispel magic for the day, otherwise I would have tried.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have enough spell slots left to do anything.
Yeah.
Sounds
so
like I'm stuck with you guys.
She'll like flip her around, grab the back, and then just start dragging her down the
come on.
path. Would you rather be a backpack?
No. So undignified. Okay, so are you
You
going?
possessed your best friend. Kaw ain't taking any of your shit.
Are you going into the throne room or back to the Blood Arch?
I was gonna head back in the direction of where the oak was,
Okay. You can do that.
if that is all right with my party members.
that sounds fine.
I was gonna try to walk into a room and, turn undead, but this works too.
Okay, so you head back past the dragon, who's sleeping, past the troll, who cowers, and you're back in the hallway where the ogre room is.
I'm gonna pick up Tarbek's skeleton again and be like, so what's the deal with this ogre?
Well, okay, so Jeanette is always kind of a full of herself. So she cursed all of her clothes. So if anyone killed her, they would believe that they were her. So the ogre ate her, then put on her nightgown. I don't know why. And now the ogre thinks it's Jeanette, but it's not as smart as she was, so it gets frustrated very easily. It's rather comical. She died. Terrible people. Not me. I'm great.
All right,
I'm gonna
possess my friend's
backhand her
body.
at that. Not do any damage, just like,
Ow.
you
I'm
are
sorry to
not
not
in my
like this
friend's
house.
body right now.
So, are we allowed to kill this ogre? Will we also become Jeanette?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. That's a good... you can probably just leave her alone. I mean... It's... she... No, you don't have to kill all of my family members, do you?
I don't see why you would have a
Concentrate
problem
and
with it.
ask
You seem
again.
to hate all of them.
No, family is family.
We could decide later. Let's find this chapel first.
Okay, she'll say the chapel is past the Blood Arch.
Oh,
Oh, god damn it. All right, start dragging him back through the auditorium.
Oh, come on. Okay. You guys walk back in front of the blood feature.
Made a terrible mess of the blood fountain. It used to be water.
okay. So, besides pushing someone in front of the arch and hopefully nothing bad happens, do we have any other ideas?
We're just gonna pull out one of our javelins and just stick it in.
Okay.
She's not gonna use her big fancy sword for that in case it gets ruined.
The javelin passes through and nothing seems to happen.
She looks at it. I don't trust like that, and then puts it back. Is there any way that She picks up skeleton Tarbek. So is there any way to neutralize this thing? Anything we got to do to make sure that we don't get, like, I don't know, melted?
I don't think it will melt any of you. None of you are Ambervilles, are you?
Not as far as we know.
My sources say no.
I think you'll be fine.
But I mean, you are.
I guess in the most base sense, my deepest essence, when you really think about it, yeah, I am. And that means something.
Navira does that. She's like, what are you... I don't even know what you're saying anymore. My God. All right. And Navira's first plan was to stick Tarbek skeleton in first, but she thinks better of it. One, because she said that she's an Amberville, and two, because she doesn't want to stick her friend through the blood arch. So she's going to just slowly inch towards it.
Okay.
Just, like, hand first, as slowly as possible. Like, kind of like with a hand out towards Gayle or Lady Kaw, like, just be ready to pull me back in.
Gayle will grab
All
on her
minus
arm.
1 strength that I got, ready to pull.
No, me too. You can do this.
Okay. Make a
Oh God, no.
charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm actually proficient in that, so come on. That is a natural 1.
Okay. For the next 10 minutes, you have +3 to armor class, saves, and to hit.
What?
You're not in Amberville. You're blessed by the door.
So what was that?
So you have +3 to armor class, saves, and attack rolls, and damage rolls.
AC, HP, attack rolls, and saving throws?
Yes.
And damage rolls.
And damage rolls. Attack and damage.
Okay, cool. That, I think, brings my total damage modifier to like 11.
Like 1 billion. Yeah.
Enough.
Okay.
So I'm not totally effed. And I guess realizing that, Navira will go all the way to the door. She's like, I feel okay. Like, kind of better than okay. I don't entirely understand what this is. But the good news is you won't die, I think. Unless I'm dead. This doesn't feel like I...
You don't look dead.
My sources say no.
Alright. Who's next?
I guess Gayle will go next.
Okay. So make a charisma saving throw.
Oh gosh. I'm actually good at those? I don't think so. Oh, 18.
Okay. Yeah, you succeed, so nothing happens. Sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Neat. Yeah. She'll like take a few little tiptoe in and then realize nothing happens and then just kind of walk normally. Like, no. Okay.
It's a bit anticlimactic, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
Huh. You think for all the trouble they went to install something like this, something more would have happened.
Hmm.
And Lady Kaw.
So what I would like to do is open a dimension door to the other side of the gate, kick not Tarbek through, and then walk through the gate.
Okay. Thank you. Tumble. So it's like Portal. You all see not Tarbek get kicked, and then behind you all, like if the camera were facing you, not Tarbek just tumbles out.
Smart.
Mhm.
I'm into it.
Okay. So the room you guys enter is a large chapel area. Brightly colored stained glass windows are inset into the walls. The pews are made of intricately carved oak and have plush velvet cushions. There's a wood floor that's kind of stained all different colors, so it makes a colorful little pattern. And the entire building seems strangely garish and lewdly decorated for a religious house. Lined up along the walls are 24 statues, and the statues, while carved wearing saintly gowns, actually seem to mock saintliness. The sarcastic, leering faces of the statues all bear a distinctive amber family cast. So all the statues look like they're related to each other.
This house kind of sucks.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a decent square footage. You think it'd be worth a lot of real estate?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess all of the curses and the weird whatever this is would detract from its value.
It definitely drives up rent prices.
Can I get perception checks from everyone, please?
I'm notoriously good at those. That is
Oh my
a
God.
solid 3.
That's a 9.
Can you save this call?
So I would like it to be known that on D20s I have rolled in order a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Okay.
That is a 7.
Okay.
Yikes.
So in this room, you can see that there are additional chambers beyond the kind of the main altar area.
Might be worth noting that my passive perception is probably higher than what I just rolled.
Okay, what is your passive perception?
How do you find passive perception again?
It's 10 plus your perception score.
Seriously?
Perception score, so it's 10 plus the bonus.
Yeah. What's your scale?
And I also have a plus
15.
5 because I have the observant feat. That is 19.
19? Okay.
I have a 19 passive perception.
With Lady Kaw's passive perception, as you guys are walking into the chapel, you, Lady Kaw, can hear the faint scratching sound coming from beneath one of these pavers.
She's going to point at that one and make the sound a bit louder.
Just sort out, slowly making my way towards it.
Not Tarbek will kind of slough off his hammer and offer it to you because it might be good for smashing things.
Me?
You're strong. She doesn't know how to use it.
And we were like, look at her sword. Look, she needs 2 hands for either of these. I don't know what she's gonna do.
Well, she's not suggesting you dual wield, just that this might be better for smashing stone.
Oh, correct. And he puts her sword away. She hauls it up. And
Bob gives a really weird face seeing someone else holding Tarbek's hand.
she doesn't look too comfortable either. She's like, this doesn't, and she'll actually like look at them and be like, you know, I have no problem defiling this church, but I feel like I'm defiling this hammer a little bit.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, it's Tarbek tough. She'll swing it down.
Okay. Make a damage roll. Oh boy. Roll 2d6 and we'll double it.
Plus my
Plus all your damage
weird-
mods.
Okay. How many even is there with all of
A
this?
lot.
I don't even know.
So
It is
your-
yes.
Your aura of hate plus your strength
Oh, that's
plus 3.
okay. So that is Good God. I have to look up what my order of hate is. Okay, so
It's-
+3, +3, +5
Yeah.
is 11. So that's a 15 damage.
Okay. Smash! And it all shatters, and there's like a little cloud of dust. You see beneath the shattered stone, very thin, bony fingers kind of claw through the ground, and someone starts digging their way out.
Cool. Sword out, and I toss the hammer back at. Well, I guess I won't toss it at her. She's not gonna catch that thing. I'll just behind me.
Okay. So, kind of scrabbles her way out, and a woman wearing kind of tattered, muddy clothes, very dark circles under her eyes, bony fingers, crazy kind of straw-like hair, pulls herself out and is like panting. And she kind of looks at all of you and she says, "Thank you. You have freed me, and for that I will be eternally grateful."
Who are you?
And why were you in the ground?
My name is Madeline, and my stupid brother thought I was dead. Moron. So he buried me alive.
Are you one of the Ambervilles as well?
Yes.
God, you also just have high opinions of each
A
other.
wonderful name. Except for him. He's a real prick. If I ever find him, I'll kill him.
Have you guys ever heard of therapy?
Signs point to no.
We're looking for
Right.
a key.
Yeah.
You know where that is?
A key? Sounds like something
Yeah.
Simon would have. That son of a bitch.
You know where he is?
He's usually... If he's not at the altar, he's usually in his... Sanctum Sanctorum back there.
God, what a douche.
Yes.
And here's just like, all right, just go get this so we can get out of this weird ass house. And then I'm gonna find you the Neverwinter Yellow Pages so you can get a freaking therapist.
Don't believe in it myself.
Backhand.
Ow. Okay. So you have you have not Tarbek and this presumed dead lady who's not dead. And
Is she though?
Where does she go? She just sits there.
No, is she dead though?
Oh no, she's not dead. Sorry. I was saying her brother presumed her to be dead, which is why she was buried.
Is she undead though?
A quick once over with your clerical professional assessment, you would say she is not undead.
Okay. Well, this house is getting more and more disappointing by the minute. Let's go check this vestibule out.
Without a doubt. Walking to the front of the chapel.
Yep.
Just dragging not Tarbek behind.
Okay. So you guys walk towards the front of the chapel. And you can see that there are two rooms back here. Two kind of equally large rooms.
I guess Gayle will peek her head into the
Two adventurers go left.
left room.
Okay. Are you trying to do it quietly, Gayle?
Yeah,
Okay,
I would say so.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
At advantage.
Oh, good. It's a little better. 14.
Okay. As you are about, I'm really channeling Daniel. As you are about to open the door, you hear a voice softly call, "Please, be quiet. I can't stand loud noises."
How many of us hear that?
If you were all by the door, you can all hear it.
Navira will look down at her armor and look back over to Party. She's like, is that...
I think he's calling you out.
Todd's going to take a deep breath, look at her party for a moment to see if anyone's about to stop her, because they should know what's coming. And if no one does, Thaumaturgy Bird call into that room as loud as she can.
Ah! Ah! It just screams.
Navira is very silently losing her shit right now. Just...
And open the door the rest of the way if it's not.
Gayle will open the door.
Okay, yeah. Open the door, and you can see a man wearing like silk bathrobes. He's got like medium length hair, and he's just kind of.
Are you Simon?
No.
God damn it. How many of... She'll turn back to not Tarbek and be like, how many of there are you?
Cannot predict now.
Yeah, like 10. See, there's Jean-Louis, the Lionheart, Jacqueline, Andrew, Charles, Simon, Stephen, Madeline. Yeah, 8.
That's about 8 too many. All right. If you're not Simon, then who are you?
I am Charles.
All right, Charles, we're looking for Simon. And if you don't tell us where he is, my bird friend here is going to make her noise again.
He'll kind of weakly point next door to the door next to his and say, "He's but one room over."
All right, thanks. Have a good nap or whatever. She'll shut the door.
As you were about to shut the door, the woman who you pulled from the chapel comes running past you and tackles Charles and just starts choking him.
This is fine. Close
Should
the door.
we intervene? It seems like a very personal matter.
It's a family matter.
Yeah, there's art for it.
Very doubtful.
They both look already so much on the verge of death. I don't know if it's going to take much.
Yeah, we got stuff to do.
Cannot predict now. Other door.
Okay, so in the other door, a man dressed in richly gilded plate mail and amber-colored robes, wearing a sun of carved amber around his neck, kneels, praying at a golden altar. As soon as the doors open, he turns and asks in a polite voice, "May I help you?" That's if you open the doors.
Oh, yeah, we open the doors.
Yeah. So, "May I help you?"
Are you Simon?
Yes.
Signs point to yes.
Yes.
Oh. Can we have your key?
Or key.
Yeah, in not Tarbek's voice. Silver key.
He'll say key. I suppose I have seen one of those about. But
Navira is just going to get like real
Death
close
glare.
and be like, Don't BS us, old man. Apparently there are a lot of people in this house who don't like you, and we're not going to do anything to stop them.
Don't like me? What have I done? I've been nothing but a beacon and a boon to this family.
I'm
My
sure.
sources say no.
Okay. So, he will say, I can, but first I must ask you all, have you seen the light?
Reply hazy. Try again.
Which light?
My of the Morning Lord, of course. The Great Lathander. Big fan.
Collective party facepalm.
Yes, definitely.
If I say yes, will you give me the key?
He'll say, yes, if you preach his words and kind of look you up and down, and you seem to be dressed like a holy warrior with no obvious affiliation because you've kind of taken that all off. And he says, well, we can always use more knights in his holy light.
Without a doubt.
I'm sure. And just to be sure, I don't have to sign any contracts. People aren't going to come knocking to my door. I don't have to check in anywhere. Nobody's going to come verify the light within me.
He'll say, I would take you at your word.
A horrible decision, really.
Yes. And he'll kind of think for a moment, and he'll say, I remember when I first found the light of Lathander. I was but a young man. And he'll kind of raise his hand as if to tell a story, and he uses thaumaturgy to slam the door shut.
I open it back up.
Okay.
Thaumaturgy fight! Thaumaturgy fight!
Roll initiative.
Alright, cool.
Ugh.
God! This dice is garbage.
19.
0.
Cool. I love when anyone gets 0. Okay, Gayle. This dude.
Gotta love that -1 dex modifier.
Hi, buddy. Okay. Okay. Kaw, you get to go first.
He's a cleric, so he probably has a great wisdom save. That is very unfortunate for me. Yeah, sure, I'll invoke duplicity. There are 2 Kaws now.
Okay.
Move away to either side of the room.
Okay. Gayle, it is your turn.
Gayle will cast Fairy Fire
Okay.
just on the guy, so he has to make a dex save.
He will roll a 13.
That, I believe, is, my DC.
Okay. So he will succeed on his Fairy Fire.
Neato. Then Gayle will bonus action hide behind Navira.
Okay.
Solid hiding place.
Yep.
He gets to go. And he will reach a hand out to grab Navira. And does a 21 hit Navira?
That is actually exactly what you did now. Son of a bitch.
Okay. Take 15 necrotic damage as he casts Inflict Wounds on you.
Hey, that's my move, douche. All right.
And it is your turn.
Time to bring the pain. Let's use a different die. So yeah, just straight long sword attack.
Great
And
sword.
with my great sword, and I have to think. Okay, so 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 is 12. So I think that's my attack modifier now.
Yep.
That is a 30.
Oh my god.
Miss. Shockingly. No, that is for
Alright.
sure.
Nice.
Let me look up something real quick. I'm trying to see if branding smite would help me, because I do not think that I've used that yet, and I'm trying to spare my spell slot. Where is that spell? Here it is. So yeah, an extra 2d6 on top of my. Also rolling 2d6 for this great sword.
Yes. Yes.
All right, cool. Let's just reroll 1s and 2s. And I got 2 1s. God, all right. So that's 12, 14 plus 5 plus 3. So 20. God, I can't keep track of all this math. So 14 plus 5 is 19. Plus 1, 20, plus 3, 23
Okay.
points of damage for my first attack.
Oh my god.
Told you I was going to bring the pain. Second one, not quite as good. It's still a 17.
Is a hit.
All right, cool. And I guess I'll just use my last level 1 spell slot to hit him with a Divine Smite. And that's 7 plus 11, 18 plus 9, so 27.
Okay. Man. Okay.
It hit hard. Especially now that I've got this weird blood door blessing.
Good thing you failed that charisma save.
Yeah. He'll say, "Ow, that really hurt." Lady Kaw, it's your turn.
Seeing the light now.
Oh, she is going to do something she has not done since the very first time I played her, make an attack roll. With a crossbow.
A crossbow?
That's in 18.
Is a hit.
Is a whopping 1 piercing damage.
Okay.
And a whopping 1 poison damage.
Okay. Okay. Anything else in your turn, Lady Kaw?
I mean, me and the duplicate are going to move around a little bit more just to help keep things confusing.
Okay. Gayle.
Gayle will step out behind Navira and be like, "Hey, my dude, you're kind of getting your ass kicked here. Do you want to maybe stop, take a break, and we can resolve this amicably before we, murder you?"
Yeah, he'll say, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Good. Oh, wow. 22.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. 17 plus 5. 22.
Okay. And he will say, really didn't get the element of surprise like I wanted. Fine. Take the stupid key. I don't know what to do with it anyway. And he'll reach under his armor and pull out his a silver key on a chain and hand it to you, Gayle.
Nice. Gayle will take it. Thank you for doing business.
Fine.
Let's go.
Okay.
I give him the middle feather as we walk out.
Hold on a second.
That crossbow did poison damage. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but it's going to sting for a while.
Also, I hit him with a branding smite, so he's now glowing.
Bonus.
Does this go away?
Well, it's the holy light of Lathander.
Cannot predict now.
Okay.
I thought it would be, fitting.
Okay. Daniel is available, so I'm going to add him for the back half of the episode, if that's cool.
Hey.
So,
Yay!
hold please. I'm going to throw up the tech difficulty sign. Talk now. That's better than sitting in silence while they watch me struggle.
I appreciate that.
I sort of know what I'm doing.
It's a good struggle.
Hey, Andy,
for a valiant cause.
we appreciate everything you do here, and I'm really sorry that I had to come in like halfway through and kind of just screw everything up.
It's okay. I had fun being the skeleton lady possessing Tarbek.
There was some good moments.
I'll have to watch them later.
Yeah, she... I won't spoil one of the jokes, but she doesn't know how doors talk.
She doing just an awful Tarbek impression?
Is it because Andy can't do a Scottish accent? Yes.
I mean, I would have believed that it was intentional, but if you want to just throw the secret out there.
Okay. So as you guys kick the shit out of Simon and he gives you the key, you guys notice that Tarbek kind of shakes his head and looks around Tarbek, and you are not where you remember last standing.
Oh, fuck, how much did I have to drink? And then Tarbek's gonna kind of nauseously stumble over to a wall or something and brace himself up against.
Hug and get ready to hold his beard out of the way for him.
I'm alright. I'm alright. Oh, what the hell happened?
You were possessed by a
Why,
skeleton
Hazy?
lady.
Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last time, unfortunately. Anything happened while I was gone?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
You got a key.
Alright then. Where's that go?
Not
Ask
entirely
again.
sure.
I'm not
Huh?
entirely sure.
Yeah,
Supposedly, it's going to help us get out of this weird first house.
you lost your tour guide.
Oh, sorry about that.
She wasn't
bring-
that. She wasn't that helpful.
No.
Next time, at least buy me dinner first. It's very personal. Tarbek will look at the key. And does this look like it might fit in the front door? Or is that too obvious?
No, it looks like... So, Navira found a silver key last episode under the mirrors, and it looks to be the same kind of key as that, so it would fit some kind of large gate.
Your possessor said the last one was in that throne room over there, which, by the way, absolutely full of skeletons.
Oh, Tarbek, cracks his knuckles.
Worth noting
Rolls
there
his
are
shoulders.
Cause right now as you come back.
Huh?
I cast Invoke Duplicity, so there are two of me still.
You sure I didn't have anything to drink?
No, we're all seeing double.
Okay. Well, if there's skeletons, I know exactly how to take care of that.
You may rely on it.
The two clerics and the paladin just revving up channel divinity. This is specifically what our classes are for.
Just gonna go supernova in that room.
I'm so happy my Tiny Tim starts playing in the background.
Just let it out all at once. Every control and dead feature that has ever existed.
Alright. I've got Guiding Bolt prepared this time, so if you need it, I'm ready. I've never been more ready for anything. Let's do this.
Alright, let's go.
I also got Locate Object in case we can't find the key.
Okay, so you guys walk out. Tarbek, you see for the first time an archway that has blood dripping down from it.
Huh.
Don't worry about that.
Alright
pushing
then.
him. Technically, Tarbek and Kaw didn't go through it, though.
Yeah, so if you would like to both make charisma saving throws when you go through it, go ahead and do that.
Wait, what?
Make a charisma,
Make a
saving
charisma
throw.
saving throw.
Oh, I don't want to go through it.
Oh,
No,
it's the
you
only
do.
way out.
Oh.
It's not
Funny.
bad.
It's not as bad as it
It's not
sounds.
bad.
Okay, dice. I have a dice. I get Navira's +3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, do you necessarily
Oh,
want that? Because I rolled a
27.
natural 1 and bad things did not happen.
Okay, I have bad. I got a 9.
Okay. And Kaw, what did you get?
27.
Tarbek, for the next 10 minutes, you have +3 to armor class, saving throws.
It's gonna be so hard to hit.
Yeah, armor class, saving throws, and attack and damage rolls.
Oh my god! That's awesome! Why would you save against that?
Because it's super creepy looking.
Ugh.
And it's involved. You can't just choose to fail.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have +3 on all attack and damage rolls.
And armor class and saves
Saving
for the next
throws.
10 minutes. And Navira is about 5 minutes into hers. So.
Oh, Gayle has it too.
Oh, and Gayle.
No, I think Gayle-
Oh,
I thought Gayle
saved.
succeeded. Yeah.
Oh,
My
it's
AC is
Kaw succeeded.
my AC is 24 right now.
Okay.
God.
I could cast Shield of Faith, pump it up to 26.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know. I'm assuming I didn't get any spells or hit points back.
No, not from
No,
last
none of us
episode.
at long rested.
Nobody has taken a rest yet. Okay. So you walk out from the chamber and back into the throne room where, Tarbek, for the first time, you see a shit ton of skeletons. I would say, like, 50 skeletons.
Good God.
A lot.
A little
Come
less.
on.
A little less than that. They don't seem animated. They seem frozen in place. I will say that. So it's 2 skeletons on a throne and a bunch of, like, courtly skeletons bowing and curtsying. And they have kind of tattered clothes on. And then there's skeletons of guards all along the sides of the room.
I will go first because I have an AC of 24 right now.
Okay.
And I will grip my holy symbol carefully, waiting for the first sign of reanimation.
Yeah, this is also the room where you got possessed. So.
Okay.
So, Kaw's going to tap Navira on the shoulder and point at Tarbek's hammer, which she still has.
Oh, yes.
All right.
She burned her
what?
hammer.
Yeah.
Well, the person possessing it gave it to her because
Okay.
she didn't know how to use it.
Is it still a +1? Oh, no, I guess it wouldn't matter. It's a +3 now.
Right, yeah. Temporarily, but yes. Okay. So yeah, so you're in this room again. What would you, and you can see there are additional rooms beyond this one, but she said that the key was in the throne room.
Is there anything to stop me from starting to ransack this room?
Nope.
Are there any party members that would stop me from ransacking this room? That is clearly my intent.
Nah.
No.
Navira will hold out a hand for a second. And she's going to take a very close look at... She's not going to touch them, but take a very close look at the 2 skeletons sitting on the dais.
Okay. You would say that they were the prince and princess or king and queen. Examining them closely, they are not animated. They are just skeletons. Everybody here died, and they weren't brought back to life in any way.
And just let me guess, the moment we take the key, they're all going to spring to life. But that's just a guess.
We're going to turn to her party and be like, so it doesn't seem like these things are animated in any way, which means that all of them died sitting exactly like this. Either that or they were posed.
Before we take the key, do we see the key?
No, you don't see the key. You'd have to search for it.
I'd like to cast Locate Object.
Okay.
I see the key.
So, Navira, did you want to say anything else before you guys pick up the key?
She's just a little bit spooked by the fact that, like, she's on edge because it seemed like everyone here just kind of died suddenly without any prior knowledge that they were going to be killed.
Question.
But
Can I have my duplicate pick up the key? Because they can affect some objects.
I was actually not going to pick up the key. I had some other plan.
I mean, Gayle could just pick it up with Mage Hand.
That also works.
That might be your best bet.
Yeah, but I also have a duplicate for the next 55 minutes, so I might as well use
It's
it.
true.
Trickery. Let's see.
I'm just glad we're all on the same page that this key is hella trapped. It's actually the pin for a grenade. Like a real-ass grenade.
I don't...
Okay, according to Marty, it can cast touch spells, but it can't do anything else.
Yeah, it looks like it can't affect things, but you can cast spells from it. But yeah, that's it.
If only we
I'm gonna
had
have
someone.
it cast light on the king's skeleton and see what happens.
Okay. The skeleton lights up.
Does it like shine through the eyes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And kind of glows creepily. It's like a jack-o'-lantern in the skull.
Navira gotta look at Kaw. Just be like, why?
Ask again later.
I was gonna say no.
So do I find the key with Locate Object?
Yes. So, the key, you can sense that the key is located inside the throne chair. So there has to be a secret panel somewhere on it.
Do we know anyone who's good at looking for secret, possibly magic stuff?
That's me.
Slow turn to Gayle.
Exactly.
Yeah, so make a perception or investigation check with advantage because you know there is one here.
Ah. Oh, that's pretty good. So 18 plus 9 is 27.
Okay. You find a secret compartment on the back of the throne room, and you can feel that it is trapped.
Oh.
So you can disarm the trap with your thieves' tools.
Yeah.
I cast guidance to give guidance.
Would it help if it glowed?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So Thieves' Tools is my dexterity, right? Plus
Yep.
my proficiency modifier.
And I think you're double proficient with it because that was one of your expertises. Wasn't it? No? Because that's associated with your background?
I guess so.
It's up to you.
Well.
I think you got
so-
4 now.
And I was guidance, right?
Yeah. So 1d4.
So that is 19.
Okay. So you successfully disarm the poison pin trap, like it would have stabbed you, and
Yeah.
remove the panel, and you find a silver key and a small sack of jewels.
Gonna take those jewels too, and the key.
God, we just keep getting richer.
Good
We
things
are-
happen to good people.
Exactly. Good people trying to evict some ghosts for a landlord from another city.
As the gods intended.
Cannot predict now.
Okay. Pardon me. So leaving this room, so you have 3 keys and a shit ton of jewels.
Shit ton of
Let's
jewels.
see.
I guess Gayle will hold on to those.
Let me check
Yes.
my notes.
Cool.
Okay. So there are 2 doors leaving this room. And they're set into the back wall.
Good adventurers always go left.
Yes.
Do we want to explore them, or do we want to be like quest complete?
Well, you haven't found the gate that the keys go to yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, yeah, good adventures always go left.
Okay. So,
Gaggle.
pushing open the door, you see a huge mound of treasure, 10 feet high by 10 feet wide by 40 feet long, lying in the middle of this room. And a great portion of the treasure appears to be copper and silver pieces.
Oh.
One of the Kaw's beaks is just going to kind of drop open a little bit, and the other one's going to reach over and push it back closed.
Do I have...
What is with this family?
All of this just seems like just such an unnecessary amount of wealth.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Tarbek's like mouth watering a little. Like,
What would you even do with this? I don't. You know what?
He
And I
mutters
shouldn't-
something about volcano real estate.
I guess Gayle will look around the room and see if there's anything other besides the large mound of treasure.
Nope, just a big old mound of treasure.
Okay.
Anyone want to Scrooge McDuck it before we leave?
I'll
No
be
one's gonna
on.
stop you.
Lady
I'll
Kaw's going
res-
to pat her duplicate on the back, and it's going to go make a jump.
And the duplicate kind of slides into the treasure hoard.
Does the whole
It's
thing
like
where it
two little
services
bird
again.
feet
lying on its back. Spits out some coins.
Yeah, it's solid like metal, so it wouldn't work unless it was an illusion, but it's really just wow. There's just treasure everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my like dwarf senses to calculate roughly how much this might be?
Oh, sure.
It's not racist. I basically have a racial feature for it.
It's a lot of silver and copper. But even so, it's probably like 8,000 gold. Nico.
Gad.
Star of the stream has arrived.
Of course. Do they know this is here, or have they just been leaving it? Is it the Finders Keepers situation, or?
I mean, even if we don't take it and we evict the people in this house, that means that Lord Durgar is going to have access to it.
That would be true.
And I don't necessarily know what he would do with that. I am concerned about his caretaker and what...
Does this spark joy?
Tarbek does not trust himself to make a decision on this. This is his weakness. It's listed on his character sheet.
Then I guess we should just leave it right now, and we'll come back to it if we can. I mean, this whole thing could just like disappear on us, and we can be standing in an empty plot. So
I'm just gonna say it's not our problem.
yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Out of character. We got 10,000 gold last episode. We're fine.
I know.
Jewels that Gayle picked up.
We're so rich.
We're doing just fine for ourselves.
I know.
Plus everything that we didn't blow from the
Kobolds.
from the Kobold City.
We are a rather wealthy party. Anyways, no, let's go through the other door then.
Okay.
I think we can leave the treasure for now.
Okay.
Unless there were magic items in it, but I don't think there were.
Nah, it was mostly copper and silver. The occasional piece of like a crown or a necklace, but okay.
If he sees a bangle, he will take it and give it to Kaw, but everything else he's going to leave.
No bangles, no. So
Okay, never mind then.
Then it's a garbage treasure pile.
It's I'll tell you what it was later. So you guys back out of the room, head into the next room, and you enter into a hallway that, like, as you open the door, continual light spells kind of click on down the hallway, and
God, these Ambervilles really have an annoying flair for the dramatic.
they really do.
Yes.
And flanking each wall is a dozen on each side vats, and they seem to be glowing with arcane symbols. And in each one is a creature like the boxer that Navira beat up at the start of last episode.
Oh dear, that's disturbing.
Absolutely.
I feel like this breaks several laws.
You can count on it.
Starting to change my opinion on that eviction thing. Jeez.
We might just have to throw the whole house away.
Now,
As I see it, yes.
Are these mechanical or magical or biological?
They're magical. So, if you had to equate them to anything, they're like a homunculus from folklore, or like a clay golem. They're not necessarily mechanical. They are magical constructs, shells given some kind of magical life. There's no obvious mechanisms. It's not like the the metal golem that Tarbek found in Neverwinter or anything like that, which had like obvious metal like gears and such that drove it to work. Probably powered.
Wait, Tarbek found a metal golem?
The cadaver collector.
I was gonna say, oh my. No, Curtis is a good boy.
Yeah, Curtis.
Yeah, I think we just keep walking, just pretend nothing's there, and when they inevitably pop out at us, be ready to fight.
Okay, hold on a second. Plug in something.
No.
Cat is in charge now.
Cat is DM.
Nico, don't fall down.
Okay.
He's persistent.
He'll stay up there. He's good at that. Okay. So, you guys walk through this hallway, and at the end of it, okay. So at the end of the hallway, I guess my laptop's just dead. That's fine. At the end of the hallway, you see another door. And if you go through that, you see in front of you a silver gateway.
All right.
I think that's where the keys go.
Signs point to yes.
Walk up to the gate, press the up button, activate the cutscene.
Okay. So, on the gate, let me pull up my notes on my phone.
Tarbek holds the keys over his head.
Okay. So you all can see embedded into the gateway. It's rather oversized. On the left and right side is slots for the key, and then up at the top there's another slot for the key.
Navira, I can't reach it. Thank you.
And click, 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 click. And a swirling portal opens in front of you.
God, not again.
We rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first.
Nope, Navira walks through it.
Is she still holding
Shorts and
Tarbek?
follows.
Yep, just like with Tarbek on her arm, like, let's go.
Gayle, go last.
Okay. So as you do, you enter a dark, smoke-filled room. At the kind of, and as your eyes adjust to the light in here, which there is not a lot.
I also have dark vision.
Sorry, yes, all the three of you who have
all
dark vision can start to see. You can see the end of a lit cigarette in like one of those, Audrey Hepburn cigarette holders. And the glint of fangs. As the
I don't have enough spell slots for this.
something takes a deep drag from the cigarette and exhales. And a voice says, "Well, darlings, it seems you are in quite a pickle, doesn't it? Don't worry. Dear old Shemeshka is here to help."
Hate you so much. I'm so happy, but I hate you so much.
What the fuck is a Shemeshka?
And leaning forward is a fox-faced woman dressed in wizard's robes with tiny little glasses and a long cigarette, and she just glints her smile maniacally. And she looks you all
Oh, as
up
soon
and
as you
down.
mentioned the cigarette holder, I fucking knew.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
Did I roll religion now, or?
Sure, you can roll religion. You may not know who specifically this is, but you can figure out what an Arcanoloth is.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
Would Navira have any context for something like
yes.
this?
So Navira,
Oh no!
Navira would know Arcanoloths are fiends who are neither devils nor demons. And they typically are mercenaries in the Blood War. So they just go wherever they get paid the most. So Navira probably does not have a very high opinion of Yugoloths.
Gayle, meanwhile, thinks she's a sexy fox lady.
Yes.
Navira's
Gayle is
position in the
not
Blood
wrong.
War is also up in the air at this moment. So while there's a very much not knowing how to feel about this, but there's also just a slight kinship, like, all right, I guess we're both caught in the middle of what this is. But, like, immediate distrust.
She will say, well, you all seem to have figured out that Amber situation. Terrible. If you need to get to poor old Stephen's tomb, well, I can help you, but for a price.
Is the portal behind us still open?
She will snap her fingers and it will close.
You had to mention the portal behind us. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna go ahead and make an insight check when she says for a price.
Sure.
$24.
Okay. I mean, clearly she has something in mind. You could probably negotiate with her, but eyeing all of you up, she has ideas.
Oh, good.
I'm taking it this price is not just some gold. We have gold if you want.
No. Gold.
I doubt Yugoloths want gold.
Well, some may sell themselves for such paltry sums, Jink. No,
And yet,
deal with...
I have a feeling that you don't.
No, I would never sully myself. Favors, deals, bargains. They're all very fair, I assure you.
I feel very
Try
assured.
hazy. Try again.
Look, my when they gave me the handbook when I joined the clergy, the list of rules was not extremely long. You know, you can drink all you like, you can sleep in if you want. But I think rule number 7 was don't make deals with fiends.
Well, that seems a rather narrow point of view. I can see why you wouldn't want to make deals with demons. They'll break them all the time. And devils, they're constantly trying to trick you. But me, I have but all your best interests at heart.
Insight check.
Navira immediately knows that is not true.
I don't think I need an insight check for that one.
Yeah, that's an insight check with a DC of 1, I think.
Yeah.
Navira's gonna look at her and be like, you and I both know that's not true.
Gayle will scan the room. Is there any other exit?
There is a door out of this room that is not the gateway behind you. Which, even looking back, that's not a gateway. You seem to have crawled through a window that's shut. This place is weird.
Come into the city of doors.
Yeah. Tarbek will raise a finger. Did you bring us here just so you could sucker us into a deal?
No, I didn't bring you here. You walked through the door.
We didn't really have that many other options, and I feel like you might have been aware of that.
Also, I feel like this wasn't necessarily where the door led to in the first place.
Well, regardless, it does seem like I hold all the cards.
Signs point to yes.
Depends on exactly what kind of deal you want to make.
She says, I could ask for whatever I want, really. I don't think you'd have much of a choice. But I am fair. For sure.
I feel like if it was a fair deal, you probably would
I
have told
hate
us what it was
trading.
already.
Yes. So let's enter a negotiation, as it were. I think you all have something to offer. What do you come to the table with? And perhaps I will have a counter offer.
Uh,
10 gold.
Might be about to die. But I'm just gonna flip one single copper piece onto that table and stare at her.
10 gold and 1 copper.
All I can think of is that one scene in Avatar: The Last Airbender. How about 2 copper pieces?
This is just a stare of you have all of the cards in your hand. Stop fucking playing
Yeah.
coy.
Okay. Fair enough. Down to business. I understand. Some people don't like to play the game.
I always
I
lose.
have a donkey outside that mansion. They are alone. I am concerned.
She will look at you, Kaw, and she'll say, well, you first. She'll say, so interesting. Oh, man. She will ask you if you have a Taroka deck.
My reply is no.
No, that's a shame. Hard to come by. She will say, well, instead, what about that bell? Doesn't work anyway.
My reply is no.
You're going to be tough, I can tell.
Absolutely.
She'll swing over to Tarbek and say, you dear.
I can duplicate literally any non-magical object you own.
Yes.
I feel like that is probably of use to you.
Your services and skills would be of use in helping me finish a project.
Oh boy.
She'll say, I would love something to be blessed by a priest of the forge.
What exactly would you like to be blessed by a priest of the forge?
She'll say, a sword. Bit of a side hobby of mine.
I kind of look back to Navira's sword and look back to Shemeshka. Well, I'd have to see the craftsmanship first. I don't want my blessing all over, shoddy work.
And she will pull out a long, thin sword. It looks like a rapier. And it's got, inlaid into the blade, it has this very sharp-looking vine. Which actually, when you look at her, she seems to have a crown of it around her head. And then the hilt and the kind of the hand guard, it appears to be wrapped tightly of this razor vine. And she says, it's not quite done, but if you could put on some finishing touches, that would be wonderful.
Tarbek will inspect it,
Mhm.
And basically cast Identify as a ritual while the others are sort of talking to Shemeshka.
Okay. Yeah,
He'll see what he can do.
She'll let you do that, and she'll move on to Gayle. And she says, Gayle, but a drop of your blood will do.
A drop, you say?
Just
That
one
seemed
drop.
a little
You're not even using all of it.
seems a little creepy.
Can I roll religion?
Sure.
Okay, that's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Blood magic's real. I mean, blood can be used for lots of different things.
and specifically one person's blood who may or may not have connection to the abyssal, what exactly would that entail? With a natural 20?
You don't know of anything specific that like nothing specifically of abyssal blood. There's no extra special ritual that only deals in abyssal blood. But at the same time, if Shemeshka wanted to do something to Gayle, having her blood would help. If Shemeshka wanted to do something to Gayle's bloodline, that would help. If Shemeshka wanted to, she can't. Well, you don't know that. If she wanted to summon someone, that could help. You don't know of anything necessarily specifically that abyssal blood would be different than regular blood. You just know that blood magic is probably a bad deal.
Duplicate Kaw's gonna hold up a sign that just says "Hard Pass."
You all are quite difficult.
Well, hang on a second. You said you like to negotiate. I also like to negotiate.
Okay. Now we're talking, finally. Someone who likes to play.
So, I think for blood, that's a bit much. Just to, like, get us back to where we were going to do anyway.
She'll say, I can get you not just back to where you were, but to the tomb you need.
I mean, again, we were going to do that anyway. You're the one who took us away from that. And I know my friends are particularly religious, and I don't want them to get in trouble with their deities. So
she'll kind of look
at Corlin. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she'll look at Navira for a moment and then look back at you and say, "Of course."
Tarbek will go, "Oh no, my deity. Moradin, how will you forgive me?"
He's calling me. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Kids, when an Arcanoloth approaches you, if you need to make up an excuse, that's okay. I just gotta find my computer charger.
Okay, so sorry, Gayle.
So Gayle is like, they're not really too okay with doing things outside the books. That's why I got brought in. So
You're their fixer.
Yeah, I'm a fixer.
She'll say, I understand. So what do you propose?
Well, I guess I propose that I take on the deal. You get us back to where we were, back to the tomb, and maybe, I don't know, a favor? Something else down the line?
I do like having favors.
I would get the favor too.
She'll say, counter offer. Your blood, of course. That's on the table.
Yeah.
And she'll look at Navira and say, what did she say? She'll look at Navira and say, You seem a bit adrift. Those powers can't keep coming from nowhere forever. Perhaps we could make a deal, an oath. I'm rather powerful. I could lend you a portion of my power.
Do you think Kaw's gonna hold up the sign again?
You seem to have misunderstood my intentions. I do not necessarily see power Now that doesn't necessarily mean that currently I know what I seek, but you got me pegged wrong. So as my friend here says, hard pass.
A pity. We would have made an excellent team.
Excellent for you, I'm sure.
You would have had full autonomy, I assure you. She'll kind of start picking at her fingernails, and she'll say, "Fine."
Yeah, I'll hold out her hand.
So she will break off a piece of the razor vine from her crown, and she will pick at the back of Gayle's hand, and a little drop of blood will bead onto the thorn of the vine, and she'll pull it and snap her fingers, and it will disappear. And she'll say, "Now, I think in addition to that, we can both be owed a favor. I understand your complaint about being shanghaied, which is a place I'm familiar with. Earth. Anyway, a favor each in the future, does that seem fair?"
That seems fair.
So she will wave her hands, and the window behind you will turn back into a portal, and she'll say, "That will take you to Stephen's tomb. It shouldn't be too complicated from there. A pleasure, and I can't wait to see you all again."
What did my identification unveil?
Oh, this sword is sentient. It's called Razorvine. And its alignment is neutral evil, and it compels you to do Shemeshka's will.
All right.
Can Tarbek let go of it?
Yeah, he would have to attune to it to do that. Just holding it is okay.
Tarbek's going to not attune to it and just going to put it back on the desk and just pretend he didn't see it. And
okay.
No, absolutely not. Zero.
Navira will make a sign of respect to Shemeshka, the tiniest, fastest one she can, and then she's going to make a beeline for the portal.
See you all later, darlings. And she'll take a long drag from her cigarette.
Gayle will just give a little salute and then be like, "Okay, let's go. Time is money."
Bye.
And that's where we'll end the episode for tonight.
God, Andy.
What?
Okay, I have a thing I want to do right before then.
A
if I can.
real sword? You want me to curse a real sword?
So, right before walking through the portal, I'm going to cast Divination and ask Corlin, how fucked are we?
Oh God.
What can divination do? Let's see.
Can look 7 days ahead, and I can ask a deity about a plan of action.
So what's your plan of action?
Mostly Gayle going forward with this deal.
Thanks.
Cryptic rhyme or an omen. Hold on, give me a second.
What's the next stage up from Wall?
The response you get is blood is always thicker. Her true lineage shall be revealed sooner rather than later.
Oops.
Huh.
You may rely on it. Through the portal.
Hey, Gayle, I have a couple questions to ask you about your backstory.
Sure. What's up?
Yeah. We got a couple minutes.
Why
Yeah.
does she want your blood?
I don't know. I mean,
Why
Ask again later.
I am a half drow.
is
Like,
there
I
any?
don't think I made a secret about that. Kind of hard to.
I mean, just is there anything maybe back in your family's history of abyssal heritage, maybe related to Lolth? I can't pronounce that one.
Aren't all drow related to Lilith, technically?
No, but like, first of all, I don't like profiling. Second of all,
Queen
I'm
Mother.
kind
They
of
are.
doing that.
there's no history. History of heart disease.
I
No
mean,
history of heart disease, high cholesterol,
Fiend packs.
fiend packs.
I don't know anything about my
You're
dad's
gonna be like, ooh,
backstory.
feed packs.
Uh,
That one checks off.
My mom used to be an adventurer, and she had a very what she called a YOLO lifestyle. And an opportunity presented themselves to,
At that, Kaw
Get
just
on
gonna kind of
with-
nod and say, "I fuck dragons."
yeah.
oh boy.
So yeah, a few weeks of hanging out with a drow, just on the off chance, and then hi.
All right then. So
Pats on the head, gives hug.
no, it's look. Every family is different. Some families are one dwarf and some other dwarves, and then like 50 tieflings. Some families are two dwarfs and half drow, and that's okay. But I'm very concerned that something.
My uncle's a human.
Yeah, one of
Oh,
Gale's
right.
uncles
Sorry.
is a human. Is the
My bad.
brother of her human mother.
My bad.
But one is a dwarf.
One is a dwarf.
And some families are convinced you're a blood traitor.
It's true.
Yeah.
Also true.
You all
And
got
then some
problems.
families are like the Ambervilles. Seems like we're not quite finished with them yet.
They all
I
seem
just-
very normal to me.
Outlook not so good.
Any other questions for Gale before we wrap it up?
Family, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what other questions to ask.
Family's family.
Family.
Okay. Outros and plugs. Daniel, thank you for joining us.
Hi, I'm sometimes here. And eventually we're going to start another show called Asmodeus and Associates. But we're in the hardest stage of D&D, the CR25 boss, which is finding a time that actually works for
Scheduling.
everyone.
Ooh.
That's hard. Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I tried to make a character who wasn't an edgy weirdo, and I made an edgy weirdo.
She's not edgy.
She's not edgy. Her backstory is
She
edgy.
is
backstory.
very sweet and good, and we love her very much.
And absolutely devastating at her comebacks.
Exactly.
Gayle is a
Exclusively deals
delight. It's
psychic damage.
everything that happens around her that seems to apparently be edgy for some reason.
It's true.
Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay, and oh boy, just like roll to metagame this episode. You guys can follow me on Twitter if you would like. You don't have to. I mostly just repost other people's art,
Should.
so.
His Twitter's good.
Find good people to follow. So
And Mira.
Hey, I'm Mira. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Birds and Nerds. I am actually not currently posting a whole lot of art because I am in the middle of a very large and very stressful animation project. I might be posting some tests and previews from that if I can, if I find the time to make videos. I'm in the process of rigging, and anyone who knows animation, that's probably one of the hardest parts. So, you can find me the
Also
next
one
couple
the
of
most
weeks
fun parts, because then you can
crying.
make things move.
So, yeah. Maybe I'll post some pictures of my rig. You could see just how much of a
Really
disaster
excited.
it is.
It's gonna look great.
Yeah, but that's me.
I'm Andy Hatton at Andy Hatton on Twitter. Next week is the Stars Without Number episode 0 on Monday. And that's got Daniel, Liz, Marty, and Timothy. And then on Wednesday is our first Spelljammer episode, which will be very exciting. My other plug is this adventure is called Castle Amber. It's from basic or expert Dungeons and Dragons X2. I had to cut a bunch of stuff for time. It's super weird. It's all great. And
It's a good weird. I love it.
Me too.
That treasure pile you guys ignored was actually a slime worm that had all of that treasure stuck to its back. So if you had touched it, it would have attacked you.
Great use of duplicate.
And yeah. Have a great night, everybody, and avoid endgame spoilers.
Bye.